Hey guys, so technically before the video gets started, I just want to say I did educate myself a whole lot further along in the way, especially while editing. I did brush up on a few more facts about this song, Naranjo, Toda Una Mujer. As I'm listening back on myself and just piecing the pieces together of what the music video means, what Monica's message means and such, I realised I might have been sounding a bit uneducated in an ignorant, arrogant sense. I really want to make it clear that I'm not ignorant or naive or arrogant towards women who are, or even men who are copying hardships in the entertainment industry. Is not lost on me. I've never been through it myself, but it's definitely not lost on me. Technically, in a disclaimer point of view, I apologise if I do seem a bit too arrogant, or ignorant is a much better use of word. As the music video goes along and as I'm making my guesses. And as established, Spanish is not my first language. I'm only like 5% Latino myself, but I am bringing that part of my heritage to the forefront. But there are some Spanish translations and phrases and such that do stick out to me, and I do get the context. But I do finally get the message of this music video after watching Derek reacts his version of the reaction music video, and the incentive in his description explained it all for me. I was on the right track of guessing what this music video is about, but it obviously my ignorance was right there. It's in plain view. But clearly Monica is very much preaching about the abuse that possibly she endured when she was much younger in the entertainment industry, especially if she took up modelling in the earlier part of her career. She's now obviously a singer. Or she's more precisely singing about somebody else who went through the pain, and she's singing about it all to bring light to the situation, holding a candle to the situation type deal. So clearly the abuse took place on a photo shoot set, and the photographer was abusive, sexually abusive and sexually exploitive, and bringing a lot of sexual abuse to women in the workplace and such. So now that I have disclaimed myself and cleared my conscience a bit, let's get on with the music video now. Hola a todos, bienvenidos de nuevo a mi canal, o si eres nuevo aquí, hola. Vamos a reaccionar a Mónica Naranjo, Toda Una Mujer. Vamos. Just quickly want to say and throw in here, wigless, I've been pronouncing Monica's name slightly incorrectly, especially the surname. It's not Monica Naranjo, it's Monica Naranjo. My bad. I just watched Derek reacts, trying getting a bit more of a incentive on what her music video completely means, and I was on the right track. I just said it confirmed. And I didn't know I just watched Derek reacts. He has said that he said her name properly. I didn't realise that the J was just about silent in Spanish translation. So not Monica Naranjo from Future Front, but these days, sorry for the clutter in the background, but Monica Naranjo. Gotcha. I did vaguely brush up on the lyrics in translation with the translator that I use, not Google Translate, but a different translator. And also the breezy noise you can hear in the audio is my fan. We are in summer. I'm an idiot for wearing a black jumper, but just the way I chose to dress. The initial point is, lyrics wise, it would seem that Monica is talking about a very horrible incident that happened at a hotel or an inn, INN, that she'd been silent for too long, and an abuser or her abuser was just living his best life, not a care in the world, and she was carrying his weight around with her. That's what I configured from the lyrics when I translated them. It's either she's talking about a pain she went through or a pain somebody else went through and she's singing on their behalf. It's either one of the two, but I'm more leaning towards a horrible incident that Monica herself went through. So I got the gist of the lyrics, marginally, clearly. I've only seen a little bit of the music video based off of Monica's advertisements, if you will. And let's go. So far, mannequins, a golden theme, an old-fashioned camera, a woman, gentleman in a top hat.
sosteniendo el peso eterno fiel.
This guy looks more like he's a director or a producer.
Arrastrándome en silencio sobre flashes de un posado que enturbió mi razón. Te creíste dueña con tu sucio juego de poder.
Kind of getting the gist that she's up in a apartment complex or like a rented out some empty apartments per se, and it's for the purpose of using it as a studio space. Hence, this overall film set. This guy's a photographer. Very obviously, he's taking a photo of a woman with a by silhouette figure for like an artistic touch, or maybe for music video terms, it's to censor her a bit. Or it's like a bit of a behind the scenes without really doing too much. Like those, shooting up the camera angles to make the advertisements and the message a bit more mysterious. Either that or it's what the world only just sees a very bizarre, suspicious activity going on, but they can't really make out what is truly going on. So hence this projection here. A shadow cast gentleman with the camera, a film or photography set obviously, an even more mysterious woman who has agreed to be a model, whether modelling the nude, modelling underwear, modelling bathing suit, whatever. It's, you can clearly see a very distinctive shape of her silhouette, so I strongly doubt she has too many clothes on, but it's also the purpose of the shadowy cast figures and such that is going on. That's what I'm perceiving so far.
Diciéndote no, adicta al miedo al verme ceder a esta mujer.
Oh, Monica breaking down a bit.
A esta mujer.
To a woman.
Todos rezan tu destierro, siendo el rey de toda fiesta y plan.
The giggle to herself.
Como Judas te reniega, y lo curioso es que ya nadie hable de ti.
I remember this portion of reading, or translating, but reading the lyrics. At this point in the song, she was talking about singing about how really how the gentleman, the offender in this case, the defendant, how he thinks very king of himself, very entitled, and thought he was entitled to a woman at a secluded environment. I'm still not entirely getting his role of how he approached so close, whether it has anything to do with this photo shoot, whether she was just the model, if not Monica, but the model was just leaving the environment and she got jumped by a gentleman who's hanging around for ages, or it was even the photographer who had jumped possible woman or Monica herself. In a way, I figured she's actually gotten by a shadow cast, a faceless actress, so that Monica would not put herself in the exact same position again, even in acting purposes. Monica's obviously happy to sing about it, despite the sad look on her face a moment ago. When it comes to projecting the idea of what on earth happened in this photo shoot area during the photo shoot time, very Hollywood of course, or post photo shoot when the woman had left or signed to leave or something. Not that the woman has left the environment yet, but I'm figuring either something disastrous went on during the photo shoot itself, a little bit of exploitation and such, or it was post photo shoot, but not even all the other staff members and such or crew as it's also known as, had left, and it was either just down to the photographer and the woman, or everyone left, the model was leaving, whoever the woman presents to be, and out of the blue she got jumped. But as I was saying, Monica in this lyrical moment is talking about how the man figures himself so entitled, king of what was it in lyrics? Something and plans. I'll just correct myself on screen as I go along, but she's singing about how eventually his own tarnishment will catch up with him. Again, this is just what I perceived from translation of lyrics. I don't know the song backwards. I only just decided to, while I was waiting for my headphones to charge, figure out what the lyrics translate to, and I thought that Monica was mostly singing about not too dissimilar to Sophia Carson with her song Loud. It was like a celebration of strong, emboldened, spiritual women. I thought Monica's on Toda Una Mujer was of similar nature, but when I brush up on the lyrics, as it turns out, she's singing about how she was, or a friend was attacked leaving an environment and such, or just within environments. Nothing was specifically said about leaving an environment, and decided to finally beam her voice out. Probably the fear itself was keeping her silent for so long, or the presence of the man kept seeing him, and that was encouraging her silence for a bit longer. Anyway, so she's singing at this point about his entitlement and being pig-headed, but everything else is singing about the pain that she has been stuck with for so long.
Qué sutil, ruida muda, un secreto a voces cruel. Sois tan culpables, tan miserables como él, al ver cómo ha quemado la vida que fue de una mujer. Y ves como los ciegos empiezan a ver y ven por fin verte caer. Y ves como la rabia te cubre de hiel. Y ven borrarte de un revés. He
Mannequin.
luchado muchos años y tu encierro me ha devuelto ser la de ayer. Toda una mujer.
El silencio de la solidaridad perpetua el abuso. And I mispronounced one word. I actually meant to say sociedad. El silencio de la sociedad perpetua el abuso. I translated that earlier. The silence of social perpetual abuse. I'm going to translate it again because I feel like I botched it just a bit. The silence of perpetual society abuse. I was close. When you're ready, ISO. Muchas gracias. Let's focus on this bit here. Yeah, I figure as much with a subtext like that. The silence of perpetual society abuse, and in Spanish version again, el silencio de la sociedad perpetua el abuso. Basically, how society just is abusive, and the silence that comes with society being abusive, and in the workplace, and opportunistic time just being around an apartment and such. Whatever the environment technically was. Oh, I just restarted. I thought for a second accidentally, for a second there I thought it was Christina no es que te extrañe, meaning it's not that I miss you. Anyway, this figure's giving me a bigger forehead. Absolutely nothing against those who have big foreheads. So with all of this perceived, I was definitely thinking as much with Monica's body language, especially when the first verse when she reaches her arm up and then pretty much claps herself on the head and holds off tears. I'd imagine that was. She's definitely singing about a pain that she went through, probably either when she was very young and just starting off in the film and entertainment industry, probably did some modelling and something went sideways for her, and by something I mean it's all just a tad bit unclear whether which is exploitation, a bit of bullying, maybe an assault that went on, led through exploitation and such from a photographer or from some gentleman who was hanging around the building, one of the staff members, or maybe not a staff member, a complete stranger. And there's still a bit of holes in this. I'm not really grabbing the full extent of what Monica was trying to say, whether it was a staff member, a stranger, or even the photographer who abused his power. I'm definitely getting that much. A gentleman abused his power. And whether it was when Monica was just starting out, hence the photography and photo shoot set. Considering that it looks like a much, not to say that Monica's aged out, she definitely hasn't. She's amazing for her age, however old she is. She it looked like a much younger Latina in those photos, and I figured as much. It wasn't like supposed to be like a younger version of Monica, like in early 20s or something, just starting off in the entertainment industry, modelling and such. So probably something that went sideways for Monica as a younger woman, and that she's been silent for all these years based off her own fear and re-seeing her same abuser over and over again. Just prolong the silence that's happened, and how much can you really speak up against someone who's in power, and young women who exaggerate and then they get accused of not being able to handle the pressures of either modern society or entertainment in society, or society in entertainment. Especially the film that I watched recently, She Said, whereas I'm talking about all the women that were abused, all counts of abuse from Harvey Weinstein. I tried to speak up, but it just got shut down. Anyway, I figured as much. Monica Naranjo is talking about the exact same thing of an experience that she had when she was younger. Considering, like I said, the Latina in those photos, she was quite young, like very youthful, in her early 20s. Probably something that went sideways for Monica, and she's just now having broken her silence, obviously. So, this was my reaction to Monica Naranjo's Toda Una Mujer, which means a woman. Absolutely love the song. Powerful voice, obviously. Love the message that it sends. I mean, like I said, there are still some, I wouldn't say holes in Monica's story. I would never say that about a young woman presenting, I was going to say pushing her story, but that wouldn't have come out right. It's unclear if she's referring to the photographer, one of the staff members or crew members specifically, or a stranger off the side of the set who jumped her later, or if it was exploitation and such. That part's a bit frazzled, but otherwise I love that Monica is singing out and using her literal powerful voice, and the song itself is basically an anthem, how it helps to bring so many women and other men as well a lot of comfort and holding a candle to a situation to bring light to it, to go figure. So loved the message behind it. The photo shoots scenes where trying to present the idea of what may have gone on and what has gone on, though you only see an exact visual, an older gentleman taking photos in a bathing suit of a young woman, in a very dark room, like mysteriously dark, unsettlingly dark. Anyway, so this was my reaction to Monica Naranjo's Toda Una Mujer. I figured we would go out with a bang for this year 2022 and react to one more video before the new year kicks in. And I definitely wanted to react to Monica Naranjo's this song for quite a while. And here we are, obviously. So definitely what to expect for next year. Reaction videos like these, obviously. Far more cosplay videos are definitely going to be coming back. It takes a long time to prepare for those. So, more cosplay videos, definitely a lot more reaction videos, obviously when artists have posted. I definitely intend covering a lot more of Monica's past songs, live and otherwise, as in her live songs, not me going live. With all that being said though, thank you all so much for subscribing to this channel thus far, 500 or more. I think I'm actually 600, not that I specifically count, but it brings a little bit of joy to see the numbers go up. No one can deny. Thank you all so much for following along with Creatively Reactive channel so far. I definitely do hope that you stick around for a lot more reaction videos, cosplay videos, and yeah. I definitely will see you next year for future videos. Clearly Spanish is improving as well, 5% of my Latina heritage, but still I am clearly bringing that part of my heritage to the forefront. Thank you all so much for joining me on this creatively reactive journey so far, and I shall definitely see you for my future videos next year, and generally. Gracias por verte y te veré para mis videos. Adiós.